The body of the SLR, and I mean all of it, is made from carbon fibre, which is 3 times more expensive than steel. That's the downside. The upside is that it's very, very strong and very, very light.
So, let's see what effect the extra muscles and the low weight have in a half-mile drag race.
What's that little dark blue speck back there? Now the SL is a quick car in the same way that I'm good with a tin of beans. But this is Gordon Ramsay. This is the full 626 brake horsepower Morel Mushroom. This does 0 to 60 in a pulverizing 3.8 seconds. Top speed 208. Welcome everyone to the fastest automatic car in the world.
And actually, the way it gathers speed is nothing compared to the way it loses it.
I'm going to do a simple test. Those cones are 240 feet away from this line and these cones here. Now, that's how long the highway code says it should take to pull up from 60 miles an hour. But I'm not going to be doing 60 miles an hour as I cross this line. I'm going to be doing double that, 120.
That is extraordinary. All the organs in my body that were pushed to the back when I accelerated have now shot forward again. My tonsils are now in front of my front teeth.
Part of this phenomenal stopping power is down to the new ceramic brakes, which glow when you use them and catch fire when you use them a lot. And part is down to the air brake. Great, but there is a downside.
The problem is that there's almost no feel. Braking in this car is like mountaineering in a pair of Wellingtons.
They are very odd. But there's something that's even more weird.
Why, if they've gone to all the trouble of making this car so light, have they filled the innards up with a big heavy automatic gearbox and air conditioning and cruise control and leather and look at all this stuff. It's all lifted straight off the SL. Surely that's like making an exquisite souffle and then garnishing it with a slab of lard.
So, what is this car? A luxury Mercedes or a McLaren racer? Well, let's get it on our circuit. See what's what. It doesn't take long to realise that this is a fantastic car. It's a grippy, agile, adrenaline rush. I can't help thinking that it's actually better than McLaren's current race car.
There's actually so much grip that both my lungs are now on this side of my body. And my tonsils, which were here, are now in my ear.
But even though it's seriously aggressive, it's as civilised as Switzerland. And no harder to handle than a vacuum cleaner. I actually prefer it to the old F1 supercar. It's less daft, less expensive, less terrifying. And the performance is more accessible because it's more controllable for more of the time.
Let me put it this way. This is a supercar. A bowl of prawns and avocado and cress. Delicious and tasty, but a bit hard to handle. Now, what Mercedes have done is taken those same supercar ingredients, but wrapped them up in 2 pieces of bread. See what I mean?
In essence, then, this is a prawn and avocado sandwich. Supercar innards with supermarket convenience. It's brilliant, and I'm not at all surprised it costs 3 times more than an SL55. What does surprise me is that it only costs half as much as the old F1 did.
What?
You're here.
Yes,
It's
I
you.
am.
It's-
Yes,
your
it
name is?
Richard Hammond.
And this is a...
It's a McLaren SLR.
And you drove it in?
In South Africa, and I still think the brakes are, to be honest, rubbish. But there is a more important question to answer, and that is, how is this car, with its air conditioning and its cruise control and its automatic gearbox, going to fare when we give it to the stick?
Exactly. I mean, if you look at our power lap board here, the 5, 6 top cars are all mid-engine, kind of purpose-built, snouty supercars. This has got a big boot, and as you say, an automatic. So how's it going to get on? Away he goes. Not much fuss there, lots of traction, almost no drama at all. Yes, it's this week's Power Ballad. And here we go, into the first corner, Stig keeping it perfectly balanced, right on the edge there. Down to Chicago, coming in very fast, hard on the brakes, very hard. Turning in, keeping it really tight to the line. That is pretty much perfect. Right, hammerhead now. Here we are. Ooh, front engine car will understeer. No, not a hint of it. And listen to that! And a bit of oversteer there on the way out. Glorious. We're coming to the follow-through. Very powerful car. Surely he's going to lift. Is he going to lift? No, his air brake's up. He's actually braking. That's how fast he's going. I think that's a first through there, but will it hurt the time? That's what we're going to know. 2 bends to go. That is very smooth. The car's doing the hard work. Last corner. Little bit of showboating there. Sticking across the line. Now, these are the times it's got to beat. 123.7 for the Lambo, 123.8 for the Zonda, 123.9 for the Koenigsegg.
And it's got to be the GT3 as well, which...
Yes,
they're
it
not-
has. It will beat that. In fact, it has beaten that. It has done it in 1 minute, 20 seconds, 0.9. It hasn't just beaten them. That is the fastest lap ever round our track.
I mean, this is wet. This is a wet... The 911 G... Clearly, a 911 obviously would is a faster car.